Myself Divya from the Veltek Ranga Sangu Arts College, affiliated to the University of Madras, April 2014. My topic is a study on financial statement analysis at TIDC, Chennai, under the guidance of Mr. Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies. My register number is MA20527. Let's see about the introduction. Financial statement are also called financial report. The basic purpose of preparing financial statement is to convey to owners, creditors and general public about financial position of the enterprise. Based upon that information, management will take the decisions to improve the financial position of the enterprise.
Let's we see about the company and industry profile. I did my project in Tube Investment Diamond Chain. It was the Murugappa Group. Their business operation is auto ancillary. Tube Investment of India was incorporated in 1949. Their products are TI cycles, tubes and then TIDC metal forming. In TI cycles, they are manufacturing the bicycles under the brand name of Hercules, and then TI tubes they are manufacturing the steel tubes in Indian market, and then in metal forming they are manufacturing the car doors, window channels, etc. In TIDC, the TIDC was established in 1960. They are manufacturing the power transmission products for the industrial, automotive and agriculture segment. TIDC manufactures automotive kits to lending automotive companies like Hero Honda, Bajaj, Yamaha and TVS Motors, Suzuki, etc. TIDC has plants in Chennai, Hyderabad and has set up a new manufacturing facility in Uttarakhand. TIDC has 13 warehouses across India to ensure smooth supply of material to customers.
Let's see the review of literature. According to Mayer, financial statement analysis is largely a study of relationship among various financial factors in a business as disclosed by a single set of statement, and study of these factors shown in a series of statements. Financial analysis is the use of financial statements to analyze company's financial position and performance and to assess future financial performance. It's a technique of extracting the financial position as well as progress of your firm. According to F. Wood has defined the term interpretation as to interpret means to put the meaning of a statement in simple terms for the benefit of a person. Ratio analysis was coined by the Alexander Wall, who presented a system of ratio analysis in the year 1909. Alexander's contention was that interpretation of financial statement can be made easier by establishing quantitative relationship between various items of financial statements.
Let's see the objectives of the study. My primary objective is a study on financial statement analysis at TIDC India, Chennai. My secondary objective is to determine and assess the financial ratios based on the statements of the company. My second objective is to compare and interpret financial statement of the company, and then third, to know the financial fluctuations of your firm. Let's see the scope of the study. The study analysis attempt to analyze the financial statement of the company. The financial authorities can use this for evaluating the performance in future, which will help to analyze financial statement and help to apply the resources of the company properly for the development of the company. The present study attempt to develop a ratio analysis, comparative and common size statement that can be forecasting to evaluate the overall performance of the TIDC India, Chennai in future. Let's see the need for this study. This study will help to know the financial position of the TIDC India. This study aims to assessing the profitability position of the company to measure the short-term and long-term efficiency of business. My fourth need is the study through the analysis reveals the pros and cons of the company's financial status. My fifth need is to ascertain earning capacity in future period. Let's see the limitation of the study. Some information is highly confidential, so it is very difficult to get the data from the organization. Ratio itself will not completely show the company's good or bad financial position. My third limitation is
The analysis of financial statement can be only a means to know about the financial condition of the company and cannot show a true picture of the activities of company. My fourth limitation is the exact portion of the business can be known only when the business is liquidated.
Let's we see the research methodology. Meaning of the research methodology is systematically solve the research problem. It may be understood as a science of the studying how research is done scientifically. Type of the study is analytical research. Minimize the bias and maximize the reliability of data collected. The researcher had to use of fact and information already available through financial statements of earlier years and analyze this to make critical evaluation of the available material. My data collection is secondary data. It was collected from the annual report, balance sheet, pamphlets, and other financial statement of the TIDC India. My secondary data is based on the past data, 5 years annual report 2009 to 2013. My tools used in this research is comparative statement analysis, common size statement analysis, and ratio analysis. Financial ratio analysis means the calculation and comparison of ratio which are derived from the information in a company's financial statement. I have used the 7 ratios, that is current ratio, proprietary ratio, liquid ratio, absolute liquid ratio, inventory turnover ratio, debtors turnover ratio, net working capital ratio.
Let's we see the findings of ratio analysis. The current ratio must fall within the ratio of 2:1. It indicates inadequate current asset to meet current liabilities. So, liquidity portion of the company is not satisfactory on 2012 and 2013. In proprietary ratio, last 4 years was decreased, but due to the shareholders fund high, ratio is also high. Even though it is below 0.5, it shows greater risk to the creditors. The liquid ratio was increased in last 3 years, but in 2012 and 2013 it was below the average level of 1, so it indicates nearest to 1, maybe this will increase in future. In absolute liquid ratio of last 3 years was decreased when compared to 2012 and 2013 because the company invested most of the fund in marketable securities. The inventory turnover ratio was decreased in last 3 years because of the low inventory turnover implies excessive inventory levels in 2012 and 2013. So it shows inventory increase means its usage is high. Debtors turnover ratio was increased in 2013 because it was increased due to the more credit sales and the company collect the money as soon. The working capital turnover is fluctuating because the production is high means working capital is also high. The production is low means working capital is also low. Let's see the findings of comparative statement. The current assets were increased in 2010 due to the increase in inventories. Then in the year 2010, fixed asset is also increased when compared to 2009. It shows the long-term portion of the company is satisfactory. Then current liabilities also increased in 2010, but it shows the liquidity position is not good. The capital reserves are also increased in 2010 because of increase in reserves and surplus. It shows the company is retained more money. The loans and funds also increased in 2010. Overall, when compared to 2009, 2010, the financial position of the company is satisfactory. When compared to the 2010, in 2011, current asset and fixed asset has increased. In 2011, current liabilities is also increased, but it shows liquidity position is not good. The capital and reserve is also increased. It shows the retained more money. And then in 2011, the loans and funds are decreased because there is no secured loans in 2011. Overall, when compared to 2010, the financial position is good in the year 2011. The comparative balance sheet of the 2012, the current assets were decreased when compared to 2011. So it shows liquidity position is not good. The fixed assets were increased when compared to 2011 because there is no deduction in depreciation. In the year 2012, the current liabilities was decreased. It shows good to the company. The capital reserves also increased in 2012. It shows retained more money. The loans and funds are increased in 2012 due to the entry of trade payables. Overall, the financial position is good in 2012 when compared to 2011. The current asset were increased in 2013 due to the entry of trade receivables, and then fixed asset is also increased in 2013. The current liabilities also increased in 2013. It is not good to the company. The capital and reserves is also increased in 2013. The company retained is good. The non-current liabilities is also increased in 2013. It is not good to the company. Overall, the financial position is good in the 2013 when compared to the 2012. Let's we see the findings of common size statement. In the year 2009, the current asset and current liabilities are 2.2 times, and in the year 2010, the current asset and current liabilities are 2.3 times. So both the year companies depends mostly on own funds. The overall financial position is good in the year 2010. Then in the year 2010, the current asset and current liabilities are 2.3 times. Then in the year 2011, the current asset and current liabilities are 1.7 times. When compared to 2010, in 2011, the liquidity position is not favored to the company, whereas fixed assets are increased in 2011. So it shows the long-term position is good. Overall, the financial position is good in the year 2011 when compared to 2010. In the year 2011, the current assets and current liabilities are 1.7 times. Then in the year 2012, the current assets and current liabilities are 1.5 times. So in both the year, liquidity position is same. Overall, the financial position is good in the year 2012 when compared to 2011. In the year 2012 and 2013, the current assets and current liabilities are 1.5 times. So in both the year, liquidity position is stable. Overall, the financial position is some more increased in the year 2013 when compared to 2012. Let's see the suggestions. The obligations can be managed when they increase the current ratio of the company. The proprietary ratio should reach 5 to minimize the risk. The liquidity position of the company should be increased. The debtors turnover ratio has been increased by increasing the net credit sales. The company have to maximize the production and minimize the expenses to maintain a stable working capital ratio. My conclusion is a study on financial statement analysis was conducted at TIDC India for a period of 3 months, and this helped to know the different activities of the company. The findings of the project will be useful to the company to take certain decisions to improve its performance. The study helped the company to increase its performance and better management for financial stability. All the major objectives of this research study have been well analyzed, accomplished in detail in this research report. Therefore, it can be concluded that financial position of the company is highly satisfactory.
Thank you for give this wonderful opportunity.